So, sis, tell me a bit about where you're struggling, what you're kind of eating on a day-to-day basis.
That is what we do over here. We promote being the best version of yourself. Yeah. And if that means that you're happy being the size that you are, then you do you. But
like my sister said, we don't always agree.
We don't agree.
And I would say, if I'm being honest with you, like, I know that that's kind of your view.
It is.
But my view is this: like, we lost mum and dad through bad health. Both of them through bad health. Our kids they're gonna be who we are, not what we say, right? So their habits are gonna be what we do.
Yeah.
So if both of you are taking care of yourself and you're exercising, your kids are the same thing. If me and like, or you and your partner were doctors, the likelihood your kids are gonna be a doctor. Yeah. It's the same thing. If you're taking care of your health, they're gonna take the same traits what you're doing, right? So
it's true, because like when I look at Kamali, like sometimes I say to him, Kamali, you shouldn't really be eating that. But then if he's watching what I'm doing,
they're gonna do as they see, not as we say.
Do you know what?
Right?
I've never heard
that.
Yeah. So hi friends, I thought I would turn the camera on and actually create a video with my brother. So today we're going to talk about everything sort of healthy eating, weight loss, the issues with trying to lose weight, and my brother's going to introduce himself. So introduce yourself.
Foley Fitness.
What's your actual name?
Jodie's little brother.
My little brother.
Richard, everyone calls me Foley.
What do you do?
I'm a personal trainer. Been a personal trainer for over 15 years. Yeah. And
I'll be honest with you, it's been a long time coming. I've wanted to do this video, actually not just this video, but I've actually wanted to sit down with my brother and discuss issues about my weight and just try and get help moving forward. But I'll be totally honest, my brother has very strong opinions, and as you know, like, brother and sister love is there, but he has his opinions and I have mine, and I sometimes felt like, yeah, we clash, and I sometimes felt like he didn't fully understand sort of my situation. But since he's been like personal trainer, and he's got more experience with working with different members of the public, so different backgrounds, people having issues with food and trying to lose weight, he's kind of become a little bit more open to certain things that I've said to him in the past that he may not have got before. So I've decided to get him to help me moving forward, just kind of work out how to get my life on track, how to get my life on track and just move forward with healthy eating, and not just dieting, but just having a healthy relationship with food. So yeah, like
going on what you just said with healthy eating, I think the world's obsessed with trying to do things like, it's like dieting, trying to do things fast, trying to do things quick, and what you just said about making it a lifestyle. Yeah. Because for me, if you diet, the weight's gonna come off and it's gonna come back on.
Like you've seen with me.
Yeah.
Like so many years.
It is about trying to make it a lifestyle. So sis, tell me a bit about where you're struggling, what you're kind of eating on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, so I think for me, I know this is a big thing, which I don't know if you can help me with, but I emotional eat. So when I feel stressed about stuff and my worries and stuff, like, I binge eat. So that's one of my main issues, which I know is more mental than anything else. Yeah. But I do eat, I think, at the wrong times. I tend to eat in the evening when I'm kind of watching TV. That's when I start thinking about food more than any other time of the day. And I really do like rice and carby foods. I love crisps, I love rice, I like breads.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of pasta. I mean, I'll eat it, but I'm not. So I know, that's kind of where I'm falling at, is in, because I know how to cook.
And I think all the foods you just mentioned, you can eat, obviously, with like whole foods, like you said, rice, potato, not so much bread. I'm not saying you can't lose weight on bread. And I'm not saying, even when we do sit down and we structure your plan, if bread is something that you really want, we can keep that in. Because fundamentally, when I'm doing a plan for you, I want you to be eating something that you're enjoying as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no sustainability. Like, you're going to do it for like a week when you're motivated, and when you lose your motivation, boom, like you probably just hit a brick wall, like what most people do when they're dieting. They'll diet, they lose their motivation, and the weight comes back on. I think for me, it's more just trying to find out, like you just said, the food you like eating, and portion control. And listen,
I'm not good at like, it's not that I'm not good at it, but I just hate weighing food and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a big fan of like having to think about I have to weigh this and all of that.
Yeah.
So is there a way that I can eat healthy, plus like get what I need in without having to fuss about? Because there's people out there that are probably like me that don't want all of the fuss of like weight. Because I know you're big and weighing stuff and.
I mean, I don't want to plug, but obviously my sister did mention we also have a online meal prep company, which we do it for you, so everything's weighed out, gets delivered to your doorstep.
And you're called?
And we're called Prep Your Step.
So where can I find you?
Online, prepyourstep.co.uk. Find us on Instagram, Prep Your Step. And
in terms of like people ordering your meals online, do you deliver everywhere?
Yeah, we deliver nationwide. Nationwide, you can obviously, if you're local around Essex or East London, you can get it delivered, local delivery. So that's one option. But going back to what you said about you don't like weighing, I would say that you probably need to weigh for the first couple of weeks, so at least you can see by eye what you're doing. Okay. Yeah, because I know what you said, even down to calorie counting. I don't necessarily agree with calorie counting, because I think you can get obsessed with it, and you could be like, oh, I haven't got my calories, and that's not the way. I just think have a set amount of meals a day. Okay. Sorry. Have a set amount of meals a day, and what you don't want to do, what I find when I talk to a lot of clients about they're not losing weight, they might say, I don't eat a lot of foods and I'm not really losing weight. And I'll say to them, is it the wrong type of food? It's the wrong type of food, but it's also to do with your insulin levels, yeah? Okay. So, I'm really sorry. Things like if you're having cups of tea, you're spiking insulin level, which is not allowing you to burn fat. So, but you can have tea without milk, you said? Yeah, like black coffee. And without sweetener. Yeah, what we want to do, you want to try and not keep spiking your insulin levels and try and minimise your meals. Like 3 meals, yes, to start off with, you are going to have cravings. You're going to have them sugar cravings. That is something that will go over a certain amount of time. But I find that people don't eat enough, but what they eat is bad. They're not eating the correct food. So the people undereat but not eat the right foods. Okay. Yeah, so you can eat a lot of food and still lose weight. It's just people will be snacking on junk, and I'll say, how many meals have you had? Oh, I've only had 1 meal today. Oh, I had a couple of biscuits. That's not food. Yeah. That's not food. So, and if you're like, the aim is to just try and eat wholesome food and stay away from snacking. But I understand, obviously, like yourself, when I start you on a diet, I'm going to give you them snacks because I know you're going to crave them. Yeah, because that's what I had. Like, I was just, before we turned it on the camera, I was saying to my brother that, you know, like, how is it going to be for me? Like, for your clients that have had an issue with overeating, binge eating, have been overweight for many years, how do you ease them in? Like, do you go, because initially you was like low carbs and I was like, so I mean, what I tend to do, I have a consultation with them just to touch base on where they're struggling, what they dislike to eat, what they like to eat, anything they're allergic to, and then I'll try and structure a plan that's going to be sustainable for them. So they might say, for example, I eat chocolate every day, right?
Okay.
And okay, we're going to minimise that. I'm going to put in your plan, you can have chocolate, possibly dark chocolate as well, which is a lot better.
Okay.
And minimise that, because if I take that chocolate away to have every day, they're going to maybe stick on the plan for a week, and then they're just going to crash. So it's trying to wean them off a bit. Is it wean them off a bit?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, that slowly.
Yeah.
And that's how it becomes more sustainable.
Okay, so for me then, like, I know obviously off camera you're going to kind of do me a plan.
Yeah.
Can you give me like a sort of a day of what I can possibly eat, or 2 days? Like, obviously I said to you that I like rice.
Yeah.
I want to be able to, I want things that are like quick to eat as well, that doesn't take a lot of time, because obviously like the family might not want to eat the food that you're giving me, so I want to be able to cook them dinner, but then still be able to prepare myself, because as you guys know, and as you guys know, well, I suffer with chronic illness, which is a big reason why I want to lose weight. Actually, it's all to do with that. You guys know I'm over here spreading the love for plus size fashion and being confident in yourself, no matter what colour you are, no matter what disability you have, no matter what size you are. And I've said it time and time again, because I know a lot of accounts get slated. You're promoting being fat, you're promoting being overweight, and that is not what we have over here. There's other accounts out there that they cannot talk about weight loss, because they're like, you know, you're messing with my kind of mental health, I don't want to talk about it. And as I've said so many times, on this platform, we can talk about weight loss. If that works for you and you want to lose weight for you, you do what's right for you. If you want to, whatever you want to do that feels right for you, that is what we do over here. We promote being the best version of yourself. And if that means that you're happy being the size that you are, then you do you. But
I must say, we don't always agree.
We don't always agree.
And I would say, if I'm being honest with you, I know that's kind of your view.
It is,
but my view is this: like, we lost mum and dad through bad health. Both of them through bad health. And you know, if we could change anything, hence why I'm a PT, hence why it runs more deeper than just people trying to look good. I'm promoting like taking care of yourself, being healthy. That doesn't mean everyone needs to be skinny. I'm not saying everyone should be skinny. I know we're all different shapes and sizes, but I do believe that we must have some accountability and try and take care of our bodies. That is the most important thing with our health. So, you know, like, one day I'm going to have grandchildren. I want to be able to run around with my grandchildren. I want to be able to, I've got kids and I want to be able to be healthy and run around. So I'm not going to say, if someone's saying to me, oh, you know, I eat cake every day and so what, I'm happy. You know, I just think...
Do you know what though? I actually don't... I agree with you. Like, I agree with what my brother's saying, and we do have, like, there are certain things that we clash and we bang heads at, but I actually agree with what my brother's saying. Like, it is about trying to, you all know that I'm trying to actively lose weight, not because of what I look like, it's because of health reasons and because I want to live longer. I want to see my children grow. I want to be able to see my grandchildren as well. And with the health that I have, and like he said, we've lost both our parents to bad health, like, it does make you think, like, I need to do something about it. And the way my body feels every single day, the amount of medication that I have to take just to get up in the morning and move about and do what I need to do, like, it is a worrying factor for me. So I do agree with what my brother's saying, but what I'm trying to say is this platform is not here to say to anybody, you need to do this or you need to do that. What this platform is to say, you live your best life to how you want to live it. And if that means, you know, staying at the size that you are, or the whatever disability, without feeling judged for being the way you are, it's just be living unapologetically you.
But just be like, help, like, for me,
just
like,
try
fitness is like a message, like how people might preach about God. Like, I see fitness has saved me, right? It really has. Like, I've watched you go through obesity. I've watched Mum go through it. Like, we've all gone through it. Like, so for me, like, the gym has helped me, like, not just physically, but mentally. Like, that is my drug. So if I can spread the message and I can say to you guys, look, it doesn't mean you need to go, like I love lifting weights. But when I say fitness, that could be going for a walk, you know? Going for a walk, even for 10 minutes. There's no way, if someone goes for a walk every day for even 15 minutes, after that walk, they're going to feel better. There's no way they're going to say, oh, I didn't feel better. Sometimes it's a mental thing, like, oh, I can't, but once you've done it, fitness will make you feel better.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. Like, for me, I've started swimming, as you guys know. You see me go back to swimming recently, and I've really enjoyed it. And there's some mornings that I've woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I've really not wanted to get out of bed, but I did it, and I felt so good coming back home knowing that I'd done that. But it's the mental side of it. So, like, you know, obviously from somebody who has suffered with bad mental health, that is always sort of going up and down, and I know there's so many people out there that suffer with bad mental health. It is so common nowadays, and people talk about it a lot more. Like, how would you kind of, what's your message to, if you're dealing with someone that's got sort of bad mental health who struggles to get there, what would you...
In regards to when you say get there, what do you mean in terms of like
to get up and do a little bit of 15-minute walking, or if you're feeling low and you're not following the diet or the healthy eating, as what can you...
It's hard because, like, your motivation will come and go. There's times when you're gonna just be like, oh, I can't be bothered today.
Yeah, I have days
like that. I even have days like that, Joe.
This guy wakes up at 5 o'clock every morning, and he's got a bike behind us, and he's on that bike every morning.
Sorry, 4.
So, okay, 4 o'clock every morning. He's on Instagram showing everybody if he can do it.
I'm probably the most annoying person on Instagram.
It is annoying.
No, it's just more of a thing, like...
But you motivate so many people. If I can reach out, I always
say to my sis, right, I post myself every morning when I get on that bike. And there's days I don't want to get on the bike, right? But I say, if I can inspire one person and annoy 100 people, I don't care. I've done my job. I've inspired at least one person. If I've helped that person get up and say, right, I need to change my life, which I do. And I know I probably do irritate people, like, oh, he's on that bloody bike again. But I struggle. I struggle as well. But I just say to myself, do you know what? My health is more important than anything. And I always say, I said to my clients once, I said, if I gave you, like, he was struggling to get up and do his cardio. And I said, if I give you £100 every day for you to get up and do cardio, would you do it? He went, yeah. So what you're telling me is money's more important than your health. Yeah. When you think like that, like when you just kind of think...
People
and people would, because at the end of the day, we get up to go to work. So we have to go to work. So for me, I look at my health as like, that's an essential, I have to do it. And I know I'm coming from a place where I've been doing it for so many years. And yes, I probably will find it a lot easier than some of you guys who I'm going to reach out to. But I started there. Do you know what I mean? And it is about willpower, and it is about, I mentally won't be broken. And like I said, I've watched Mum and Dad go through it, and I'm like, I want to be there. I want to be present for my kids. Yeah. I really do, and my grandkids. And it's sad, like when I see people, like, I know it's, in terms of, I get it, like unhealthy, like being healthy as well, it can be expensive. It's another thing. The society we live in is so accessible to just go and get junk.
So how would you, like,
I would say number one, the first thing.
To everybody out there that actually has that as an issue, because cost of living, and it is expensive. Yeah. Like, if somebody is wanting to change their eating habits and, like, eat healthy, like, what could you suggest to them that would be more feasible in terms of money, how to get the best out of, their food and whatever? Like, what foods that could help, that are low cost, if you know what I mean?
Chicken thighs.
Chicken thighs,
yeah. Chicken thighs are they're in terms of, like, salmon's a lot more expensive.
It is, yeah.
So chicken thighs are cheaper than, say, chicken breasts.
Yeah.
Everything is mad expensive. What I'd say as well is about prepping as well. Make sure if you are on a journey, don't let yourself get hungry because you're going to impulsively just, I'm hungry.
That's
like even down to
issue.
myself, I am a disciplined, my sister would tell you, I am very disciplined.
So disciplined.
But I can tell you now, if I am hungry and my
You're
food,
hungry.
I'm angry. But
if
my food's not prepped, I'm going to literally, I'll go and eat crap like everyone else. So don't allow yourself to go and eat. Make sure you're prepping your food.
So food prep.
Yeah, but like
I will say actually, when I feel food prepped, because I actually food prepped for the family and stuff like that. And at first they were like, "Oh, mum, why are you doing that?" But like Zion has just said, "Oh, you need to food prep again, mum, because like it was really good. There's always something whenever we're hungry. We don't have to wait for dinner, and there's always something healthy to cook." And when I think about it, it is a lot more kind of, you're saving money in a sense.
You are.
Like I literally cook the whole tray of chicken thighs or chicken breast, and then I'll make some pasta or some broccoli, and I put it all in containers in the fridge. And it's true, when I'm hungry, I could just grab and go.
100%. Like I know I'll go back to it's expensive, but there are things that ain't expensive. Like I get like your processed chips and nuggets and you know, all, like all these things that like I get they're cheap. Like in Iceland, like when you go Iceland, I never
feel like I'm properly fed after I eat that. Anyway,
I feel like
personally, I feel like it's snack food.
That's a whole nother like conversation in terms of processed food. We could probably do that on another thing. But in terms of like eating healthy, isn't as expensive as people think. It is more expensive than if you're eating nuggets, but that's not real food.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like prepping, like buying,
prepping is,
you know, obviously like a bag of rice. If you're gonna have carbs on your diet.
Aldi, I go to Aldi's, and Aldi, a bag of rice is like £1 something, and you can get a lot of dishes out of that.
Like chicken thighs, like I said before, chicken breast, tuna. Tuna's not like.
In the grand scheme, it's expensive, but it's not that expensive.
Exactly. But yeah, I would definitely say on your journey, food prep is number one. That's essential. That is essential. If you give your time, if you haven't prepped food, you're going to end up eating crap. Full stop. Like me, like I said, I'm disciplined, and I would even do that. So
when you're food prepping, how long can you actually if you food prep, how long can you actually leave the food in the fridge and stuff like that? And can you freeze it, or how? I'm
quite fussy. Like I'm a bit like after 3-4 days, I'm like, oh, I don't taste as fresh. But meals last.
Do you freeze your food?
I don't freeze my food. I like everything fresh because you know that's another conversation in terms of gut health. If you're eating frozen food, how long has it been frozen for? That's really bad on the gut, right? So it's about eating healthy, fresh, wholesome food with one or two, like chicken, one ingredient.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're eating like...
Yeah, but I mean chicken and then what do you...
No, I'm just saying, for example, like when people are buying like, I know I keep saying chicken nuggets.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
But I was on holiday and everyone was eating chicken nuggets. I was like, what is it?
It's just come back from holiday.
But like what I'm saying, these are wholesome, these are like, it's whole ingredients. That's what we want to try and eat as well, rather than eating processed food.
Okay, so what would you have with that chicken then? So give us some ideas for like some meal preps to do. So we'd do chicken thighs with what?
Chicken thighs. So if we were going for carbohydrates, like couscous, rice, potato, sweet potato, bulgur wheat. These are good carbohydrates. Okay. If we're talking about like cutting out your carbohydrates, you know, your avocados, your nuts. You know,
you can have those.
Yeah,
because avocado, I've heard, well, I know is quite high in fat.
No, but they're good fats, right?
It's good fats.
So if you're going on like a keto, if you know, people say keto and they don't really understand the meaning of keto, you have to get your fats in. Okay. So I talk to people and they'll be like, I'm on keto, and I'll be like, what did you eat? And they'll be like, oh, I had chicken breast and a bit of salad, and I'm like, that's not keto. That's no carbs. Yeah, that's no carbs. Keto is you have to get your fats in. Okay. So if you're having keto, you want to make sure you're having more of the fatty meats. Yeah, so like mackerel, sardines, chicken thighs are more fattier than.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when you said chicken thighs.
No, but like that's what I enjoy chicken thighs, and they do taste better than breast.
They do, yeah.
But then obviously if so that's kind of more of your keto base, and you'll have that with obviously your avocado.
Okay. Because I've tried to do keto, and like you said, I feel like when I'm eating all that fatty kind of meats,
Yeah.
in terms of like what you just said, sometimes I'm like, am I doing it correctly? Because if I'm not doing it correctly, then I'm just adding more fat onto my body because I'm not full.
No, because your body's going to burn that fat. It's going to use that fat and burn it. Like when you're eating, like even carbohydrates, carbohydrates are still okay to eat, right? Like they're not the enemies, but it's
at the right time of the day.
Right time, like obviously if you're training, after training, in and around training, before, after training. I would say personally, so what I want to do with you,
okay.
I know
Let's talk about what you want to do.
I know you love your carbohydrates, so I'm not going to strip you fully from your carbohydrates because you just probably.
I literally could eat rice every day. Like
I mean, I eat rice every day and I don't get bored of it. So
no, I don't. We grew up on it.
Yeah, it must be a Foley thing. Yeah. Dad used to always feed us.
Yeah, my dad always used to give us rice.
So with you, I would obviously. How many times do you eat a day?
I would say I eat about 2 times, but I snack.
So I would want you to stick on 2, possibly 3 meals a day and try and ease off the snacking. But even like your snacking, like so, for example, you see me before we come on camera, I had a big bowl of oats, peanut butter, some berries, strawberries. So it's not, my food doesn't need to be boring.
It looked really delicious. So I said to him, so what is that? Is that a snack or? And he said it's like a snack for him, but it was like a big bowl of, was it Greek yogurt? That's all right. Our light's gone. Like Greek yogurt and you had some berries, strawberries,
peanut butter,
and some peanut butter. So I was like, can I have that? And you said that I could have that.
Yeah, you could have that. And like I love peanut butter. That's kind of my thing.
I like peanut butter as well.
So
is that all right to eat?
Yeah, we could bring that in of the evening.
Okay.
Like I'd want to cut your carbohydrates off. Like would cut it at maybe after 2 o'clock. And then obviously your last meal would definitely be no carbohydrates.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll also want you to obviously just move as well. And if move more. If that means going for a 10-minute walk to start off with.
Yeah.
Commit yourself.
It
doesn't need to be a 10-minute walk. Like getting up and even going for a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
And build on it. Yeah.
I hate walking.
So we'd want you to move it up. Maybe.
What about, because I have a lot of people that follow me that are like disabled and are maybe in wheelchairs or like their mobility is. I'm lucky I can still move about. But there are people that are wheelchair bound or can't move. In terms of like them getting their kind of body magic, shall we say, or movement, what would you suggest for them?
I'd suggest like swimming. Then get swimming.
Okay.
If that's available.
And what about if that isn't available? Like maybe moving their limbs.
Moving their limbs. I'll even suggest still going for a walk, whether they're with their partner, getting pushed, or if that. It's get fresh air.
So getting that fresh air.
Yeah, it's that mindset of when you got like not moving is probably the most dangerous thing. Like not moving, you're gonna seize up.
Yeah.
And what you're gonna do if you're sitting there, you're not moving. What do we do when like you sit indoors and you sit? What do you do? You get up and start thinking about food.
Yeah, I mean of the evening time. Yeah. I'm busy doing bits and bobs through the day, and then as soon as the evening comes and the kids have gone to bed, and you know we're sitting watching TV, or I just sit there thinking it's like I want to munch, And so what I've been doing lately, if I have been munching, I've been munching on like watermelon, corn. I love corn on the cob. I know it doesn't give you any benefits, but I love it.
That's fine.
And nuts as well.
Yeah.
So I've been snacking on some nuts.
So nuts will also be within your diet.
Is there a certain amount of nuts that I can eat there? Because I get a bit.
We'll figure that out because we'll figure out what you're on, what you're kind of having at the moment, and what we'll do. We'll give you a certain amount, and we'll see how your weight loss journey is, and we can slowly decrease that if I don't give you too much. I don't want to starve you because it's not going to work. People mistake. But this is the thing, people mistake being starving fruit and cravings. They're 2 different things, right?
Yes.
They're 2 different things, right? So because when people overindulge in sugar, they'll get cravings. They're not hungry.
Yes.
It's like, you know, my kids, they'll have their dinner, they're like, oh,
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, that's a craving.
Yeah, I actually think that a lot of people get that confused. Even like my son Kamali,
it's a craving.
He's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, you're not hungry, and he is a big carby person. So to be honest, this is one of the reasons why I also want to do this, is to better myself so that I can better him, because I know that he does have like an eating disorder. I can tell straight away. I can see the signs, and I feel like I need to educate myself, or I need to put into practice so that I can help him. He's still young, and anybody else that's out there, you know, that have children that are a bit overweight and stuff like that, it starts with you first. And so that's another reason why I actually really want to do this, and I've called in the help of my brother. I hope I won't regret it, because I know that he will bug me, but I'm going to be like, please. So I know he goes hard, but I know he does it because of he's so passionate about what he does, and his backstory it's really brought him to where he is today, and that's why it's gave him so much drive. So like I applaud him for that, and I appreciate that what he has, and I'm willing to take that now. And actually, I mean, he's my brother. I mean, if anyone's gonna want the best for me, it's him. So yeah, I'm wanting to take all the help I can, and I've tried so many things.
I've seen you, and I've watched you, Weight Watchers, all these slimming worlds, and I think like watching over the years, it's been like it's one extreme to another, and we've got to find that common ground, sis. We've got to find that I'm not trying to make you lose. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. This is a lifestyle. So there are times you're gonna just like hit a brick, but there are times you're gonna be like, I'm gonna hit a bit of chocolate or a bit of rice, but you've got to be like, well, I've done it, move forward. Not I've done it, I'm going to do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. You've got to be like, well, I've done that, it's out of my system, I needed that, let's move forward. And that's the problem. Like, people will just like, they'll have I call it I'm not going to swear, like an epic moment, and they're like, oh, I've gone, I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
And
I think we've all had those moments, and actually I hold my hands up to that. But one thing you guys know, I've always said it, and I'll continue to say it, especially of recent, the last few months of you guys seeing me lose a bit of weight. And I've said to you, especially down in the comments, that no matter how hard it gets, if you have one of those days where you mess up, just keep going, just keep trying. You've messed up, the next day, get up and keep trying again. And that's one thing that I feel that gives me strength, because although I am not where I want to be, I'm far away from where I want to be, I still have that mentality where I'm going to do it, I can do it, I can do it. Although sometimes you do have the little things in your head saying, oh, you know, what's the point, and blah, blah, blah. But that little voice at the front is, just try again tomorrow, Joe. You can still do it.
We all have that voice, and I have it in my head.
Yeah.
Every morning when I wake up, I have this little voice saying, just allow it, just stay in bed, it's all right. But for
You've got it down, though.
Yeah, I got it down, but here's my thing. I feel like you slip up one day, it becomes 2 days before you know it, it's a week, it's a month.
Yeah.
So I've just got this voice in my head, I am mentally strong. But I also just think, I was saying to my sister off camera, like, the brain is the most powerful muscle. Like, if someone else can achieve it, why can't you? And I know it's going to be hard for you. And I'm coming from a place, I'm not going to be like, you know, I mean, you know, I've been doing this. People might watch this video and think, yeah, it's easy for you, or, you know, but there was a time when it wasn't easy for me. It's a lifestyle for me now. That's why it's easy, because it's the lifestyle. Like, we went to, so we was in Cyprus on holiday, and I eat relatively quite healthy. I don't really.
How did you get on with that then? Like, eating?
I struggled. I'll be honest with you. I struggled in terms of.
Was the food there for you?
No, the food was there. So okay. So.
Struggled in a bad way or a good way? Like
my body struggled.
Okay.
So obviously being here, I don't really eat loads of sugar. I keep it minimal, right?
Yeah.
On the weekends, I'll indulge. Yeah, of course, I indulge. I'll have a cheat meal. Like, it's a balance, right? So I eat KFC. I eat all these type of foods. I'm not like, eating salad and chicken and broccoli and
rice. Just limit it.
But it's. I understand that McDonald's, KFC, all these foods, they're not good for me, right? Same thing as alcohol. I might have an occasion drink. I'm not drinking every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All these things, we know these things are bad for us. So we need to understand, right, I'm going to minimize that. We're only human. We still want to live. I want to be like, I want to live, right? You want to live. So obviously on holiday, I overindulged. Like, so obviously I
you get carried away.
Yeah, I get carried away because I'm like, I don't know what to do this. So because my body's not used to that amount of sugar, every morning I was waking up and literally I felt like I had a hangover from the food. Yeah, from the sugar, it made me feel that, and it made me think, rah, like that is what it's doing to our bodies. But most people are used to that.
Yeah, they're used to it, so they don't really feel it, or it doesn't register
because they're used to having that sugar, right? Yeah. So I'm eating it, and the way I felt, Joe, honestly, I felt sick. But then the next day I've done it again and again and again. And then I'm on holiday. I'm going to enjoy myself. Like,
so I'm eating. Still have a life.
Yeah, I had the food, and then like dessert. Me and the girls were like, I went up there, and up with me, I'm like, I need to try all of them. Like, there's loads of different cakes and cheesecakes. I'm like, oh, I need to try that.
He is a foodie,
and
guys.
I'm a foodie.
Our actual family, we are foodies.
All I do is think about food.
Yeah, we are foodies.
But I've just got that discipline. And like I said, like I've watched Mum and Dad, I've watched you go through it, and it's like, and our brothers as well.
Yeah.
I think, and I do believe, like,
I think we all got problems with our needs.
With our health. Have
you got problems with your needs?
Money, yeah, I do.
So we all have problems with our needs.
But I do think, like, with our weight and our health, that also plays a part in our mental health as well.
Definitely, yeah.
And I just feel like if we're not trying to be the best version of ourselves and taking care of our health, that will have an impact on our mental health. Like, facts. Like, I do, and I just think what's kind of kept me sane and kept me going is the gym. Like, that's my saviour. That is my saviour. And I'm like, so I am going to preach and tell people, I think, like, you should, like I said, exercise. You don't need to be lifting weights, or just find something you enjoy doing. So just to say, you know, find something you enjoy doing, because if you don't enjoy doing it, it's not going to last. So
I say to you guys a lot of the time as well, especially for people that want to lose weight or are stuck in a bit of a rut, who do have chronic illness, who suffer a lot. You go through a stage, which I have been through in myself, where I've let myself go massively in terms of my personal appearance, my hygiene, my everything, obviously what I'm putting in my body. And I am now like trying to rebuild the person that I want to be. But I always say, and I've stressed this to you, is that take time out for yourself, because you need to be the best version that you need to be the best version for yourself to be able to be there for everybody else. Yeah. And like you guys see, I always take time out for myself. I'll go, you know, and have a pedicure and look after my feet. I look after my skin. If it means slowly working your way into it, you know, in terms of looking after your hygiene, your outer body as well as your inside, it all plays a big part in your holistic everything to make yourself feel better.
Holistic.
Holistic. You're going to use that.
Holistic.
You're going to use that. So definitely, if you want to start somewhere, I've always said, take care of yourself, like take time out for yourself, you know, especially I've had a lot of people will say down in the comments that they've, you know, let their self go, and they really want to take charge and do the things, and the things that I'm showing you is, you know, even if it is having, I do like a maintenance, like a body monthly maintenance, where I'll go out and buy all of the body things that I need, and like a body scrub and look after your skin.
You put me onto the facial thing.
I did, like I put him onto making sure he's looking a lot more youthful, because there was a point when he come round and I was like, you're looking a bit old, Rich. So he's now, so
and I'm actually, I look older than, I'm actually a younger brother.
He is my younger brother, and so I've kind of like rubbed off on him and said, look after your skin and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that now he's gonna rub off on me. And actually, it's not a fact that I've not let him up until now kind of involved in that part, because I think I had to talk to myself, and I had to be ready when I was ready. And another thing is that you can't do this when everybody else is telling you to do it. You have to want to do it for yourself, and you have to find that time. You have to kind of build yourself into it. Being nagged by people telling you need to do it. Honestly, for me, it actually pushes me further away, and it actually made me eat more or eat in secret and stuff like that. So you have to kind of like have a talking to yourself, and that's what I said to you, didn't I? I said, what did I say? I need to talk to myself, don't I?
You need to, because at the end of the day, sis, like, I'm gonna give you the tools, I'm gonna give you the guidance, but you have to do it for yourself. Like, I can't do it for you, you've got to do it for yourself. Like, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But like I said, we just got to make it a lifestyle. And I know, listen, you've always been a big girl, and I know our goal isn't to try, you're not trying to be a size 0.
I'm not trying to be
healthy.
Slim. I just want to be healthy.
By you losing a bit of weight, you know it's going to be better on your knees. You know it's going to be better on your health. I want to be able to walk and not feel like, obviously I'm always going to have this pain in my knees until I have them like operated on. I'm always going to have it. I had it when I was sick, but I want to be able to get up and down without having to lift such a heavy weight, lift my body up and down. It's a struggle in itself, and I just want to feel more healthy. I'm comfortable with who I am in terms of the person that I've grown into. I'm comfortable with what I look like. It's about what I feel like inside now. So although, like, you know, people saying, oh, you're promoting being fat, it's not. I went too many years hating myself, feeling like I shouldn't be accepted, like I wasn't good enough. But now I accept myself. I've grown into actual wise. I'm alright, you know. Like, cause like, love yourself. But, you know, I will say we need to take care of ourselves.
Take care of ourselves.
Like, I don't like. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I'm not saying God made us all different. Like, we're all different shapes and sizes. But I don't agree with bad health. I don't. No. I don't. Regardless, I don't believe that we should be promoting it's okay to eat McDonald's every day or eat cakes every day.
Who promotes that?
No, but I'm saying, you know, like, there are some people like, if that's what makes you happy, you do you in that sense. And I just think long term that's not going to make you happy. It's not good for your health. It's not.
Whoever promotes that, I don't.
But you know what I'm saying in terms of, like, you know, like, let's, you know, if we are, you know, it's just about health. I'm not gonna.
You know, like, you say health is wealth.
I grew up around, like, you know, Mum was a big woman. I grew up around big women. Like that.
You did.
Like I said, we've struggled with obesity.
I mean, all Mum's side of the family are all big. Like my aunties and stuff like that. Even my cousins are big.
Big guy.
Yeah. So like we've got kind of the fat gene, haven't we? Yeah. So but I'm just happy that we got to talk and share this with you guys.
For sure.
Next step is Richie's gonna do me like a food plan. So we're gonna do the food plan, and I'm gonna be able to eat 3 times a day. You said
3. We'll structure something that, like. So you said you normally eat twice a day.
Yeah.
So
and then I kind of snack and stuff.
Yeah, we just need to look at what you're snacking on. It's for you. I think it's more like portion size control and what we're doing and trying to.
Yeah, because I mean, when I do dish my rice, I do get a bit trigger happy.
No, we can't do that, and we can't just be like, oh, you're gonna have to wait out so you know what it looks like, and then you're gonna for the first week or so you know what you're working with. Because when I come to your house and you dish up my rice, I'm like, what is that for me, kids? Is that for me?
I do. I'm a bit of a feeder. I do.
It's a lot.
Because, like, obviously, my partner, he eats that size. That's
no, but I'm saying, like, for you, I think it's just about portion size control.
Okay.
So even down to the food you eat, if you just eat less, you'd lose weight, right? And if you move more, but
to be honest,
what I'm saying is this: it's like, it can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna grab some handful of nuts, or I'm just gonna grab that.
So we need
because think of it like this, right? If I said to you, this is what I want you to eat. And I want you to do that for a week. You never lost weight. It means you've got too much food. So we need to say, all right, let's take some back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Because losing weight, I know people say, I know you're big on your exercise and that's what you do. You're like a personal trainer, but that is not the majority of it. It's what you're putting in your mouth, right?
That's the main thing, right?
Because I see a lot of people going hard, like getting in the gym,
I see people who come to the gym and they, like, I'm telling you, they're probably burning 1,000 calories within their session, but they're not losing. They're the same size. They're not losing no weight. So
what they're putting
it's
in
what
their
they put in their mouth. But there's two sides to it, right? Like there's moving and eating healthy, right? So eat healthy, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna be able to perform better. It's better for the brain. Like all these benefits.
Yeah.
And when you're exercising,
it's good for the brain as well.
For the brain. There's no one. I've never, in all my life, anyone say to me, "Oh, I exercised and I didn't feel good after." I've heard people say, "Oh, I hated that, but I felt good after."
Yeah. Yeah.
You always feel good after.
As for me, I don't think I'm going to start with walking now. I'm going to just carry on doing my swimming.
That's fine. You still exercise.
I'll do that every day or every other day.
We'll structure it for possibly like, we start you off 4 or 5. We got to walk before we can run, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you've gone from not walking or say swimming,
yeah,
you know, I'd even say twice a week.
Oh, I've been doing it about 3 times a week.
Okay, so then after we can push it.
And what I did is I started doing, when I first went, I'd done 24 laps, and then every time I go now, I do 2 more. Every time. So I just add another 2.
But I would say, so you go 3 times.
Yeah.
So that is your benchmark, right?
Yeah.
And then what we'll do in terms of, we can keep it at 3. Okay. With your diet, if you're losing weight, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if we say, right, the weight's not really come off, right, let's up your swimming to a bit more.
Okay.
But then what I'll say is do it weekly. So if you are going to increase your laps, so
not do it.
Because otherwise, within a month, you're going to be out. You're going to be like 60, 70 laps, and it's not going to be sustainable, right?
Yeah.
Because you're setting yourself a goal, but I need to up it twice.
The reason why I did that was just because where I haven't been swimming in ages, I used to be able to do a lot more. So I thought, like,
I mean, you got to start.
So I was just like, come on, I'm working my way back to where I was before.
Yeah. Well, like even when I get on the bike, when I first start jumping, because I don't do the bike all year round.
Yeah.
I mainly do it through summer. I just want to drop a bit of body fat. But I start off 20 minutes. I said it like it ain't a lot because it might be a lot to someone, but
no. But for you, it's
not a lot. It's 20 minutes because I know my brain can't. So, and I do my cardio 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and I have the weekends off. But when I start out doing my cardio,
yeah. Well, you've got a low attention span anyway. Like you can't stick on one thing for too long.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, like, if I said, right, I'm going to start cardio tomorrow, and I'm going to do 45 minutes, I'd last a couple of days. I'd be like, oh, this is long.
That's so what everybody's problem is.
Yeah, I build myself up to it. Like I'm saying to you guys, build yourself up. So I do 45 minutes a day, but I don't start off doing that. Yeah. I start off small, and then once my brain starts to channel in, I'm like, okay, and then do more, and then eventually.
So someone who wants to actually obviously they've watched this video and they're like, oh, this has really inspired me, and they don't want to just jump right into it. What would you say tomorrow? Just get up and go for a 15-minute walk.
Go.
If you're
get up and even go for a 5 minute. Everyone's different, right? Yeah. Get up and go for a walk. Get up and move.
Just do something.
Just do something. Don't make we went for walks on holiday with the girls. Like me and my daughters, we got up every morning. I know people are thinking, you're on holiday, why are you going for walks? My daughter, my youngest daughter, she weren't happy she was like,
she didn't want to go.
Yeah, that's my oldest daughter was like, Dad, I want to come with you. So me and my oldest daughter went for a walk on the first day. And on the second day, I thought, it'd be nice to take my youngest daughter. And it was like, I was like, come on, let's get up. And I felt that bit bad. I was like, oh, bless her. She got up, she moaned.
What time was that?
This was about 7 a.m. in the morning, 7:30.
On holiday, guys.
7, but they get up at like 8. They get up at 8. We went for a walk. She moaned the whole day, and I said, "Es."
Oh, she moaned the whole day.
No. As soon as she finished, she felt amazing. She done the walk.
Oh, the whole time.
And she goes, Dad. She comes to me, goes, Dad, I feel a lot better. Can I come on a walk tomorrow? She come on a walk the next day. She didn't. I swear that, Joe. She didn't moan once, and she goes, "Thanks, Dad."
So you benefit.
And it's like, I don't like doing that. I'm not a controlling person.
Yeah.
And I felt like when I got my daughter up, when I got her up, I felt a bit controlled. I was like, oh, this feels bad, but I know that she's benefiting from it. Yeah. And I know if I can channel that in, because remember, our kids they're gonna be who we are, not what we say, right? So their habits are gonna be what we do.
Yeah.
So if both of you are taking care of yourself and you're exercising, your kids are the same thing. If me and like, or you and your partner were doctors, the likelihood your kids are going to be a doctor. Yeah. It's the same thing. If you're taking care of your health, they're going to take the same traits what you're doing, right? So
it's true, because like when I look at Kamali, like sometimes I say to him, Kamali, you shouldn't really be eating that. But then if he's watching what I'm doing,
they're gonna do as they see, not as we say.
Do you know what?
Right?
I've never heard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever heard that.
And that's
they're
just
doing as they see,
of course.
not as what we.
I'm. You know, I'm a bit addicted to my phone. I think we are all guilty of that.
Yeah.
And I tell,
addicted.
Yeah, I'll be on my phone. Like, you know, it is for work, but there are, I'd say 50% of the time it's not for work. And I say to my daughter, Faith, get off your phone.
While you're sitting there scrolling.
Yeah, no, but like, but she's got that. She's picked it up from me. She's seen it.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that. And I'm like, I know she's getting that. So, you know, when you think about if we can, from early when our kids are young, and we can put these little things in place and they see us do, if our kids are seeing us be healthy, eating healthy, they're going to want to do that.
Yeah.
Our kids don't want to eat chicken nuggets because they like, because that's what they've seen us do.
Yeah.
And it's almost programmed where they just think it's a habit, right?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, like McDonald's chicken nuggets are dead. I like KFC though. I do like KFC.
No, I like McDonald's chicken nuggets. They're alright.
Yeah, but like it's because we grew up on them. So KFC. But when you grow up on something, it kind of becomes like it's programming.
Yeah.
It's programming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where there are certain things, there's certain like African dishes that we grew up on, right?
Yeah, we love
them. We love them, but I'll be honest with you, if I eat like shaki.
Yeah,
If someone give me shaki, I'm like,
I don't think anyone knows what it is, but it's like
sheep's
it's like sheep skin.
No, sheep skin. Sorry, yeah.
It's like tripe. It's like the skin.
And it is. I suppose we grew up on it, so I eat it. But if I didn't grow up on it and I got give it, and someone said, "Child, what the?"
Oh, I know. Like some adults would look at it.
There's certain foods that because we grew up on it, we're used to eating it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but I just think it is about like our kids are gonna watch us and they're gonna copy what we do, not what we tell them.
It's true. So I think this has been such a good talk, and I hope you guys have really enjoyed listening to us just sitting in the kitchen and having this conversation about, you know, starting a healthy lifestyle and actually trying to put things into place. So off a video, my brother's gonna do me up a like a weekly menu. So
I'll do you a plan.
A weekly plan.
We're gonna try and stick to, well, not try to, because that's the wrong word. We're gonna stick to it.
We're gonna stick to it. And also
we're gonna do like a weekly check-in to see how you're getting on.
Yeah, we'll do a weekly check-in.
We'll talk throughout that and we'll see how we're getting on.
So will you weigh me or do you want to just measure me?
We'll do both.
Okay, cool.
Because a lot of the time, people it's from, oh, my clothes feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scales might be.
Sometimes your body changes if you're moving more.
In terms of like, oh, my clothes feel a bit better. So it's down to, it's not just about what I'm trying to say, it's just not always about what the scales say. Someone like yourself, you are overweight and we need to get that weight down.
Yeah.
And we will monitor that.
Yeah.
But then, you know, people who are, for example, people who go to the gym and they're lifting weights, they're going to be building muscle, right?
Yeah.
So when they're losing fat,
they're not going to lose
the scales might, you know, like they're getting lean and they're like, oh, I haven't really lost weight, but your body's changing.
Yeah. I've had that, you know. Yeah, actually, I know I'm big, but when I was swimming a lot, like the scales wasn't really saying that I was losing weight, but I felt different in my clothes, and I think like my body shape was changing a little bit.
His pictures are really good for your own personal thing.
I always take pictures. I take pictures for these guys, and I'm always looking at myself because obviously I'm always filming and I'm looking back at footage or like editing, so I always have that to see. So I'd just say thanks, sis, for obviously inviting me onto your podcast. This is something I don't normally do. Like it's not a podcast, it's a YouTube video.
YouTube, sorry, I don't know.
So, it's still the same, the same type of thing.
Yeah,
And podcast, if you guys would want to see more of my little brother Richard, then Yeah,
I'm pretty sure everyone calls him
everybody
Foley.
calls him Foley. I call
but
him Rich because he's my brother.
Yeah.
But if you do wanna, if you have any questions, then do drop
just
it
find
down.
me on socials.
Yeah, I'll leave all his handles down in my description box. And if you have any questions, you can pop them down in the comments down below. If you would like a consultation with my brother just to talk about where you're at within your eating, or you want a plan made up for you, he can do that and you can speak to him. So I'll leave all his handles down below.
Any questions, and I don't bite, message me.
He doesn't.
Free advice. I'm always happy to just help. If like any questions, just hit me up. But
he's over on Instagram as well, so
yeah,
I'll pop that
put all
down
in. But like, sorry, I just want to say, like, obviously, yeah, this is something I don't normally do, and yeah, and I appreciate you obviously bringing me on. This is kind of out of my comfort zone. I know I do this a lot on a day-to-day, face-to-face, but speaking to camera, I don't do this. The second time I've done it, I don't do it. And I mean, we've been saying, oh, let's do this for a little while. And I'll be honest with you, it's just, you know, I get, I don't want to get on camera. Oh, God. Yeah. But no, I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
And the thing is, I feel like everybody will love you because you're just like me, and everybody likes, because we're just, you better look at me. Everybody likes natural, and we're just natural. I don't edit out. If I make a mistake, I just, you know, go, oh, silly Jodie. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I will let you know what the progress is. Maybe we'll do an update video. If you are interested in getting food prep meals actually delivered to your home, my brother has his own company and they deliver healthy meals, so it's all ready for you. You can pop them in the fridge, pop them in the microwave, and when you're hungry, you've got something to eat that's healthy and nutritional. Yeah. So yeah, if you are interested in that, I'll also leave his website and all of that down there. So all the foods have all the
macros.
It has
and the calories on there.
So it has all the calories and everything on there, and you've got like a variety of meals. They do some nice meals on there as well. So thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, take good care of yourself, and God bless to you all.
God bless.
Mwah. Bye guys. Yeah, blow a kiss. Mwah. Bye guys.